Welcome back, everybody, to another dicondissectional production hosted by Deathstroke9. Today we're going to be reacting to a Linkin Park song called In the End. Now, this is a group that my mother used to like when she was younger. I'm pretty sure she still likes them. And I have heard some songs by them, including this one. I've heard this at least once before. Now, I don't remember everything about it, and I also know that Linkin Park's lyrics are pretty intense. So, I'm not sure that they are necessarily, they're not exactly the type of lyrics I normally dissect or whatnot on the channel, but in this case, I think that they will be good to dissect. And then the main reason I'm doing this is because people were requesting the official video for this song, and I did not know that it had a music video, so we're going to be checking that out as well. If you're new to the channel, hello, my name is Daniel, aka Deathstroke9, and here we react to music, and I try to figure out what the music and the lyrics mean to me personally. Got the lyrics to this one pulled up over here. Something that's interesting about Linkin Park is kind of a merging of two genres, almost. So yeah, let's do this. I think this song's really good, too, so I'm excited to see if the video goes with it or works well. Let's see. 3, 2, 1. And I'm doing this because I also want to expand my knowledge of Linkin Park, so let me know what to move forward with going past this. I'm starting with what I know, and then we can go into anything I don't. So, yeah, if you're a Linkin Park fan, let me know what you'd like me to react to next down in the comments below. Piano's really good.
It starts with
one thing. I don't know why. It doesn't even matter how hard you try. Keep that in mind. I designed this rhyme to explain in due time. All I know, time is a valuable thing. Watch it fly by as the pendulum swings. Watch it count down to the end of the day. The clock takes life away. It's so unreal. Didn't look out below. Watch the time go right out the window. Trying to hold on to didn't even know I wasted it all just to watch you go. I kept everything inside, and even though I tried, it all fell apart. What it meant to be will eventually be a memory of a time I tried so hard and got so far, but in the end, it doesn't even matter. I had to fall to lose it all, but in the end, it doesn't even matter. One thing.
I'm gonna stop it here. Sorry. So first of all, very dramatic. The song's dramatic, and the music video so far is going well with that. So they're in a desert, and there were plants growing up around him. Then they all just fell to pieces. It's it's almost like they're playing inside the mind of the person that the song is singing about. It's been suppressing emotion so long that it's a barren wasteland now. Now, when it comes to Linkin Park, what are their names? Lead singer is Chester Bennington, right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure. What's the other guy's name? Did it say over here? I think it did. Yeah, Mike. Okay, Mike Shinoda, and Chester Bennington. And I really like the way that they play off each other with the vocals. Chester's voice is he has an incredible voice. He's a very talented singer. And then obviously Mike is a little bit more of a rapper type thing, which is, it's really cool how they I think that their styles of singing play off each other very well in this group. But I'm gonna shut up. Let's keep going. I like it so far. And yeah, this song I didn't even really remember, but this is a freaking incredible song. Very powerful, but like I said, also very dramatic.
to lose it all, but in the end, it doesn't even matter.
One thing, I don't know why. It doesn't even matter how hard you try. Keep that in mind. I designed this rhyme to remind myself how I tried
trying to grow
so
again.
hard. In spite of the way you were mocking taking me, acting like I was part of your property. Remembering all the times you fought with me, I'm surprised it got so. Things aren't the way they were before. You wouldn't even recognize me anymore. Not that you knew me back then, but it all comes back to me in the end. You kept everything inside, and even though I tried, it all fell apart. What it meant to me will eventually be a memory of a time when I tried so hard
and got so far, but in the end, it doesn't even matter. I had to fall to lose it all.
Two other quick things I wanted to mention. And again, I don't know if Linkin Park blocked, so that's why I'm pausing so much. But especially when I'm using the music video or whatever. But so he was walking, and where he stepped, life was growing up. I thought that was interesting. It's almost like he's bringing life, or trying to bring life to other things, but it's not. Because it's all dying around him in the background. It's interesting. And also him standing on top of like the statue thing, shouting out into the abyss, screaming out into the nothing. Also the glitchy part. That's interesting. It makes me think of like it felt very digital or digitized. It's like, is this a digital relationship that he's singing about? Because the song sounds almost like a relationship type of song. Or is it that they're being like erased? Or I don't know. The glitchy thing, or it could just be a cool effect. But let's keep going.
But in the end, it doesn't even matter. I had to fall to lose it all. But in the end, it doesn't even matter. I've put my trust in you, pushed as far as I can go. For all this, there's only one thing you should know. I've put
let's
my
go.
trust in you, pushed as far as
The heck is going
I
on?
can go. For all this, there's only one thing you should know. I tried so hard and got so far.
Holy,
But in the
that's awesome.
end, it doesn't even matter. I had to fall to lose it all.
Sorry, last time. I just think it's really interesting how it started pouring rain. Because in my head, and again, this is just my interpretation, but in my head, I saw like a barren wasteland being the interior of his mind. Is the letting go of this other person freeing him? And now it's pouring rain. It's like it's like a tsunami in the desert. That might not be the exact terminology I'm looking for. A huge storm. The dam finally burst. Wow. It's like all this pent up energy. And then like the bats coming out and everything. Very dramatic. I freaking love it. Let's keep going.
I had to fall to lose it all. But in the end, it doesn't even matter.
Very cool location too. Like the statues were getting up. Okay. There's life now. Yeah. And a freaking flying thing. Okay. What is flying through the air? Okay, whatever. All right. That was definitely interesting. Let's think about this. So the video itself, I think, conveyed a message to me, at least. Let's actually look at the comments. Let's see if anyone had any takes on the video. And again, as always, just my opinion and interpretation. It means whatever you need it to mean. Someone said 1 billion. This video is freaking 1,076,000,000, almost 77 million views. Wow. Okay. Nice to see this. Okay. Okay. People who like this comment is here before 2 billion views. Message to the youth, never let this song die. Powerful song. Who's still listening to this day? Oh, yeah. All right, this person wrote, I'm an old lady and was profoundly saddened when I heard this talented and tortured man killed himself. I love this video and song, and it will continue to be relevant and thought-provoking. I'm saddened that he couldn't get the help he needed during his time of need, and hope his family finds peace. Stay fall. Yeah, he killed himself, which, specifically Chester did. Which is interesting because of how. Let's take a look at the lyrics, and I don't think we should, because I've thought that before when I've heard a couple other Linkin Park songs, because I know he killed himself, right? And so sometimes that kind of influences what I'm thinking about the song itself. Like I'm listening to a song by them, and I think it means something to me. Then I'll flip it. I'll be like, oh, wait a minute, he killed himself. This is what this meant. You know, I don't know if he would have necessarily wanted every single song to be suddenly have a spin on it. Maybe he did. Who knows? But anyway, let's take a look at the lyrics. One thing it starts with one thing. So just one thing. It starts with something, it sounds like it starts with something small. And again, this sounds like a relationship song to me. I don't know why. It doesn't even matter how hard you try. Keep that in mind. Very cynical. I designed this rhyme to explain in due time. So he wants to explain to someone. All I know is that time is a valuable thing. Watch it fly by as the pendulum swings. Okay, so that reminds me of The Poet and the Pendulum by Edgar Allan Poe. And it's like the thing is slowly coming down from the ceiling until eventually it's right next to you. And, yeah. The pendulum is swinging. The end is coming slowly, but you're wasting your time trying to, yeah. All right. Watch it count down to the end of the day. The clock ticks life away. It's so unreal. And if you truly do think about it, it is pretty interesting how ticking life away. How many seconds do you have? How many minutes? Didn't look out below. Watch the time go right out the window. Trying to hold on. I didn't even know I wasted it all. Just to watch you go. And I kept everything inside. Even though I tried, it all fell apart. What it meant to me will eventually be a memory. So what it meant to me, the relationship that I felt, and again, I'm going to keep on saying because that's how I kind of perceive the song. And it could be applied to really any relationship, but what it meant to me, which it didn't mean to you, obviously, but what it meant to me will eventually be a memory of a time when I tried so hard and got so far, but in the end, it doesn't even matter. There's so much anger and regret. This song is a song about regret. In the end, didn't matter. I wasted my time. I had to fall to lose it all. In the end, it doesn't even matter. Repeats himself. Keep that in mind. Design this rhyme to remind myself how I tried so hard. In spite of the way you were mocking me, acting like I was part of your property. Remembering all the times you fought with me, I'm surprised it got so far. Things aren't the way they were before. You wouldn't even recognize me anymore. Not that you knew me back then, but it all comes back to me. In the end, you kept everything inside. So he's saying, and you also didn't talk with me either. So even though I tried, it all fell apart and wouldn't. And then repeated the chorus. And then I put my trust in you, pushed as far as I can go. So I've put everything into you. I went to the ends of the earth. For all this, there's only one thing you should know. Then he repeats himself. Then he's saying at the end, it's almost like I made the song for you. Over here, it says in the end is mainly based on one person's failure. And remember, these are comments from people. These are not always specifically facts, but let's continue. It's most possible, meaning, or most probable, is that it's about time wasted on trying to build a relationship with a girl who doesn't want to be with you. Mike Shinoda said, well, I think it could be applied to most relationships, but okay. Mike Shinoda said this about the song. I remember putting this together in our rehearsal studio on Hollywood and Vine, working overnight in a room with no windows. I had no idea what time of day it was. I just slept when I was tired and worked on this song until it took shape. The first guy to hear it was Rob, who told me that this was exactly the kind of song he wanted us to write. Let's take a look at the song facts for this. Thank you for joining me, by the way. If you're new to the channel, consider subscribing. And again, let me know what you'd like me to do, what next by this group. All right, charted number 8 in the UK and number 2 in the US. It's off an album called Hybrid Theory in 2000, or from 2000. The lyrics are based on the struggles lead singer Chester Bennington went through growing up. He was often picked on, okay? The video was shot in a Los Angeles soundstage. The statue's head where the band is performing was built there, but the rest is CGI. Yeah, pretty cheesy CGI, but a really good video for, when did this, 2000, I guess? The areas where Mike is standing in the desert are real. He was sitting on real grass and he was walking on real stones, but they were about 10 feet by 5 feet. The rest was CGI. Halfway through filming, directors Joe Hahn and Nathan Cox decided to set water pipes off above the band, so they all got completely soaked. He could see how irritated the band was by this, so he invited his friend over, and he performed some Linkin Park songs, including a hilarious version of Crawling. Okay. Interesting. The song is about feeling like there's no point in living and was originally seen as very negative, so the video was very positive. It's like a cycle of life. The song starts and ends with piano. The desert is dead, but rain comes, and at the end there's flowers and rivers and butterflies. In March 2001, okay, a 15-year-old shot and killed classmates in a high school, and he left a note with for his father with the lyrics to this as an attempt to explain his feelings. All right, Hybrid Theory was the #1 selling album of 2001. It's the third single from Linkin Park's first album. Their first 2 singles were One Step Closer and Crawling. Those might be maybe good ones to go on to next. All 3 songs explore the dark side of growing up. Hybrid Theory was the original name of the band. They decided to use it as the album title. It took a while for this to catch on, but eventually sold very well. On their 2002 album, Reanimation, this was remixed with different vocals and by somebody else. The title was changed to Inth E End and was given a hip-hop sound. Okay. At the 2002 MTV Music Video Awards, this won Best Rock Video. Awesome. Sammy Hagar and David Lee Roth, who were touring together at the time, presented the award. Before announcing the winner, Roth asked Hagar what his favorite Linkin Park song was, and he said he didn't know any Linkin Park songs. Okay. All right. All right. Thank you very much for joining me. If you're new to the channel, consider subscribing. Powerful song that I think can be applied to most relationships. I think the video kind of did put a bit of juxtaposition in what the actual lyrics are. I think that maybe if you take it all as a whole, maybe the overall message could be slightly more constructive to any given person. Who knows? Thank you for joining me. Deathstroke9 out. See you guys soon. And again, please let me know what to continue forward with this group.